If you know you have invested in Ibeju-Lekki, this video is for you. Okay, my name is Dr. Collins, the one that give you the very best in real estate investment. I also share with you tips, tricks, strategy and advice on how best to invest in real estate business. This is an update of Dangote refinery. A tanker have just discharged crude oil to Dangote refinery, and it's important you know the activities and how things are going up in the environment where you invested your money. This news was covered by Channels Television. Make sure you watch this video from the beginning to the end so that you don't miss out any update. Don't forget, subscribe to this YouTube channel and also share with others. Thank you.
It definitely would not be a walk in the park. Staying on, and strongly so, that effort culminated in this 650,000 barrels refinery plant being commissioned by the immediate past president Muhammad Buhari sometime in May.
The footprints of the Dangote group.
That act yet opened another vista. When will Dangote refinery commence actual operation? 7 months after, what do we have? We hear a crude carrying vessel is sailing to an offshore mooring buoy and it's meant for the Dangote refinery. So we set sail to catch a glimpse of this supposed first oil vessel meant for the refinery located in the outskirts of Nigeria's commercial city. Our destination is 17 nautical miles from the jetty, an equivalent of a 2-hour voyage on board this vessel. As we approach closer to the vessel MT-Otis, amidst the swell of the waters, there's a breath of relief that is beginning to happen. Beneath these waters are buried pipelines, 5 of them, 5 lines traveling all the way from this SBM all the way to the jetty. 5 of them, 2 out of 5 of them are 48 inches diameter pipeline that receives crude from a vessel like this into this SBM and straight down to the jetty and straight up into the refinery. It's about 13 kilometers from this point to the refineries, and the other 3 pipelines, 24 inches, are for discharge. So the same system works. A vessel like this can bring in crude, a vessel like this can take out refined product. And most definitely, this is not the end yet, but it means to an end, as emphasized by the port operations head for Dangote.
This is to just reaffirm the fact that the first crude delivery to Dangote refinery is here. The vessel that brought the cargo, nearly 1 million barrels, MT-Otis, precisely 999,000 barrels of crude. The vessel has just battered today, and she's fully alongside our SPM, and the hose is connected, and we're good to go.
It's not out of place to anticipate the first set of refined products. Not to worry, we will be your loop when that happens.
All appears set for the commencement of the production at Dangote refinery, as the company says it has received its first 1 million barrels of Agbami crude grade from Shell International Trading and Shipping Company Limited, SASCO. MT-Otis multi-tanker, which carried the crude, was said to have sailed to Dangote refinery's single-point mooring, SPM, where it discharged the 1 million barrels into the refinery's crude oil tanks. The company says the inaugural 1 million barrel of crude supply, which represents the first phase of the 6 million barrels to be supplied to the refinery by several suppliers, should sustain the initial 350,000 barrels per day need for the commencement of the crude production at its facility. Our energy correspondent, Olu Phillips, has more.
First crude oil to arrive the Dangote refinery, putting end to all of the speculations and months and years of construction, of visitation by government officials, and putting together all of those columns and all of those machineries that has translated today to the 650,000 single refinery and the largest in the world today. From the engineers and those who know, they tell me that that distance is about 13 kilometers for the longest traveling pipe all the way from that SBM into the refineries, and the size of that pipe is quite massive, 48 inches in diameter for the crude line. Actually 5 lines, just to let you know. So 3 of those lines are for product export, meaning that truly when this refinery commences in earnest and refines product, it can export variants of products through those 3 lines, and 2 lines are dedicated to or for the crude import into the refineries, and each of them are 48 inches, like I said earlier, 48 inches in diameter. The export line 24 inches in diameter. And all of these things have been carefully and painfully and painstakingly installed to make sure that this refinery, everything it needs, the jetty, the refinery, the transportation, the piping, the SBM, is available and is ready. And hopefully the management says this will not be like any other refinery that you've ever seen. The Pioneer crude tanker that has brought the first 1 million barrels of crude oil for refining at the Dangote refinery, putting an end to months and years of speculations as regards the efficacy and the availability and the readiness of the Dangote refinery. Let me also quickly remind you, there's a 650,000 barrels crude refining capacity and the single largest in the world today. Now, the reason you have that vessel out there is because it's going to moor at the SBM. That red stuff you see there is called the SBM, which is the single ball mooring, which is an interconnectivity, a mooring point for discharging and for accepting product on an offshore facility. So this allows you, that red stuff allows you to discharge and also get product for large ships and containers, and vessels to moor there and be able to discharge their product. Now, the implication is that beneath these waters are buried pipelines, 5 of them, 5 lines traveling all the way from this SBM all the way to the jetty. 5 of them, 2 out of 5 of them are 48 inches diameter pipeline that receives crude from a vessel like this into this SBM and straight down to the jetty and straight up into the refinery. It's about 13 kilometers from this point to the refineries, and the other 3 pipelines, 24 inches, are for discharge. So the same system works. A vessel like this can bring in crude, a vessel like this can take out refined product, and the water is the beauty. The water is the transport means. The water and the ocean here is the means of blue economy, and it has come alive today. Hopefully in the days ahead, when she discharges her 1 million barrels after anchoring on the SBM into the Dangote refinery, and after all the processes, most likely and expectedly finished products will be coming out of that refining, and we are yet to know how many barrels or how many liters of PMS, diesel, ATK, and what are the other derivatives that can come out from this singular discharge that is about to happen here. So this is just a seamless way of bringing in crude and a seamless way of taking out refined product, and hopefully all of the economics and all of these conversations around what will happen now that the Dangote refinery has started. You can watch Channels Television as we keep you updated on what will be happening with those products and how that helps to saturate the market with the derivatives of crude oil. And that will be the first that will be happening in a long while, especially for refining, which is not happening in Nigeria for a very, very, very long time. From 13 nautical miles away, somewhere around the SBM, Dangote's SBM, this is Olu Phillips reporting for Channels Television News.